Hey guys, so this is going to be a really short video. I just want to clarify some things that I said earlier. So earlier I said this was a fatal testament. It is not. I made a mistake. I am sorry for that. I was told wrong too. So it is not a fatal testament because of the word massively. If you look at your fatal testament bows, you will see that it does not have the word massively in it. So it is not. It is a magic testament plus a physical testament. And if you guys didn't know, the Athena bow, which gives you 5 costs every time you proc, is also a magic plus physical testament bow. It is not a fatal bow. So that's the first bit I have to clarify. Second bit, since it is not a fatal testament, there is a huge probability that these do stack. That means you can double proc the ignore defense. How powerful it is, I don't know, because archers get a lot of their power, their ability to nuke, from their crits. So if they don't have that, I'm not sure if the ignore defense would do as much as I imagine it would have, plus a crit. So still, I don't think you need all 6. I don't think this is a good lineup if you have all 6 of these bows. I think like a 3-4 lineup is really good, like 3 of these bows plus like 4 fatal testaments. If you proc a fatal testament plus shooter testament, then you can do an incredible amount of damage. So this is the right information, and I will be doing some tests. I still don't know how to measure the damage because it differs every time I try it. I've tried to measure my damage, but I just can't get a good sense whether or not it stacks. I want to say it does, but at the same time, I can't accurately measure it to say, oh, my damage definitely increased when I double proc. So here you see it was 22-25, right, on a monster, on this dark monster, which I don't have any elemental advantages to. So this is 1 proc, so it does do more damage. How much more? Like 10k more. I'm not good with numbers, so those of you who actually know the formula on how damage is done, maybe you'll let me know, right? When you run damage tests, you always want to make sure that you don't attack any monsters where you have elemental advantage too. So if you're carrying water monsters, you don't want to be attacking fire monsters because you'll do more damage. So here I had to run a few more tests because I realized that since it was not fatal testament, the XL proc damage and the L proc damage are totally different. So I did another damage test just comparing the proc damage of the Ls and not the XLs. So looking at this set of data, it does seem that this new proc does stack with each other. I don't think they would do it in such a way that you only half of the attack stacks, meaning that only the magic and physical testaments stack. So I don't think they would do it. If they were to stack the abilities, it would be like both parts of the ability and not just half. I mean, if they do half, honestly, if they just do half, you know, they should let us know because I can't be guessing this shit. Okay. That is one test done. You saw that there was no red numbers, meaning that it was not a crit. And second, it does seem to stack when you do damage. Obviously, this is not a thorough test. People who run tests do like hundreds and hundreds of runs and hundreds of damage tests to actually get reliable data. But that's not how I play the game. So for the people who are curious, once I know the actual numbers, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I am not doing like an extensive damage test. I don't know how to work Excel like that, so please no. The next test I'm going to do is to see, with relatively the same amount of attack and magic attack, would I be able to do more with fatal bows equipped. So I have 42-39 now. I'm going to try my best to get the same amount. But I'm not going to be equipping any of these bows because yeah, it's not going to work. Where is it? So I have like what, 1,000 more. Oh wow. Let me take out this bow then and equip like a 25 cost. Let's try that. Too many bows. Does this work? I think this is relatively close, right? This is relatively close, so I'm gonna try this out. Okay, let's do quest with Fred. Previous members. Let's go. Another thing to know is that fatal does proc a lot more than traditional procs like physical testament, magical testament. Comparatively speaking, fatal procs a lot more. And I don't proc. Alright, that's how. Well, then again, I have 7 procs here, and now I only have 3. There you go. Oh, I did 2 attacks. Damn, it didn't count. Doesn't count. I used the wrong attack. I have to use etude snipe. Okay, etude. So with my damage test, there seems to be very little difference between a Shooter Testament proc XL compared to a Fatal Testament XL. Now with Fatal Testaments, they are all the same in the amount of damage they increase, which is around 50 AP, but the proc rate is just different depending on whether it's L, XL, or XXL. But with the bow, the XL and Ls are different because it's a physical and magical testament. What I can't be sure about is whether or not the damage differences will be higher if my attack and magic attack were higher. The damage formula, I have seen it before and there are like a lot of variables to it. So I'm pretty sure the differences will be bigger once, you know, you're dealing with more attack and magic attack, but I don't know like in what way. Is Fatal Testament better at that point, or is it still Shooter's Testament? So that is a question left for the pros, and I'll leave you guys at that. Bye! Give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah.